The coaches who build sustainable practices, the ones who aren't burning out or constantly dealing with misunderstandings, they all have something in common. They figured out the container. They know exactly where they'll meet their clients, how scheduling works, what happens if someone needs to reach them between sessions. And because all of that is handled, everyone can focus on what actually matters, the transformation. So here's the thing about logistics. It might feel like administrative busy work, just details to sort out before you get to the real coaching. But that's not how it works. When your client knows exactly what to expect from the structure of your relationship, something shifts. They can relax. They're not wondering if it's okay to text you, or whether sessions are always an hour, or what happens if something comes up. That clarity creates psychological safety for them and professionalism for you. The container isn't separate from the coaching. It makes the coaching possible. ICF puts it this way in Marker 3.03. The coach reaches agreement about the guidelines and specific parameters of the coaching relationship, things like logistics, fees, scheduling, duration, termination, confidentiality, and inclusion of others. Now notice what this marker is really saying. It's not telling you what your policies should be. It's telling you that you need to have them and that you need to reach agreement with your client about them. These aren't just paperwork items. They're the foundation of trust that makes powerful coaching possible. So what does logistics actually include? Think about all the questions a client might have before they fully settle into working with you. Where are we going to meet? Are we going to meet by phone, by video, in person? What platform will we use? Then there's scheduling. How do sessions get booked? Do they schedule with you directly or use an online calendar? How far in advance? What about session length? Are we talking 45 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes? And here's one that trips up a lot of coaches. What are the rules around communication between sessions? Is it okay if they text you, call you, email? What kind of response time can they expect? All of these need answers, your answers. And here's what I want you to really hear. There's nothing that says what you need to do or even that you need to accept any of those things. You get to design your practice in a way that works for you, your energy, your boundaries, your life. One coach I know has a clear policy. Sessions are by Zoom, scheduled 48 hours in advance, and between session contact is email only with 24-hour response time. That works for her. Another coach takes phone calls anytime and loves the flexibility. That works for him. Neither is wrong. But if you have specific guidelines that you want to include in your coaching practice, then your client should know, don't assume they'll guess. Spell it out with warmth and confidence and document it somewhere, whether that's a contract, a welcome letter, or a recorded conversation. Let me name a few things I see coaches get wrong here. First, making assumptions about how communication will work. You think it's obvious that clients shouldn't text you at midnight. They don't know that unless you tell them. Second, being unclear about session length or scheduling expectations. If you're flexible, say so. If you're not, say that too. Third, and this one's subtle, having different standards for different clients without good reason. That creates confusion for you and inconsistency in your practice. The fix for all of this? Be explicit. Be consistent. State your policies clearly from the start. Apply them fairly. Revisit them when needed. Consistency builds trust. Clarity builds confidence. So let's bring this home. When clients know what to expect, they can relax into the relationship. That predictability creates the safety they need for vulnerability and growth. And clarity in logistics isn't administrative busy work. It's the foundation of trust, professionalism, and powerful coaching outcomes. You're not being rigid when you're clear about how you work. You're being professional. Beyond logistics, there are financial and structural parameters that also need to be clear. So next, we'll look at fees, duration, and what happens when things end.